Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the International number 18-SN Sex Nuts and Bolts for the 1800, 5000 series, 8000, 9000 series surface door closer. This would be used on countless door closers, and that's because these are just a set of sex bolts. However, just to tell you right off the bat, not for use on fire-rated doors. These are made of aluminum. The female portion is, and if you have a fire-rated door, this would not be permissible at all. Be sure to locate steel-based sex bolts, sex nuts and bolts, which we could sell you. So what is it? This is the sex bolt is a mounting package, a fastener package for attaching hardware. Well, really anything, something that you want a through bolt. But this particular 18SN is meant for the 1.75" thick door application of attaching hardware to it. And that's because the length of the female portion is specifically intended for installation in an 1.75" thick door. The length of the 1/4 bolt is specifically intended for a typical modern style like the 1800 series door closer. So if you have a door that's thicker than 1.75" or thinner, or if you have a door closer body that's thicker, this could possibly still work. You might need a longer bolt, but the female portion is going to be all wrong. If your door is thicker than 1.75", while this will certainly hold it together, it won't work the way it's intended to. And if your door is 1 3/8", this is not going to work because it's too long, obviously. There's no way to modify that. So when you order one, you're going to get 4 of each, 4 female, 4 male components. Let's switch to the screen view now so I can talk to you about why the 18SN is particular for this application. This is the item that we are here looking at, and let's take a look at some images that we have of the item. That's the package, separated, 1/4 machine screws. You'll see that head when it's installed. That could be a major problem. When you are installing door closers for your client, you'll probably want to make it very clear that this head is exposed. There have been customers of mine who came into the shop. Yeah, you know that closer last week that I went and bought and installed for that guy? I fixed the door perfectly. And it worked perfectly. He complained about seeing the head of the bolts on the door, is what the client said to me one time. You could also imagine where you have 4 pair of 3090 Anagray 90-minute fire-rated doors. If oak is $100, Anagray is $1,000. And then the installer installs everything with sex bolts. Those 4 pair of doors were all pair and set matched. The architect and owner did not plan on seeing little silver dots on their door. So be clear that you're doing it and that there's a reason that you're doing it. No reinforcement, the door is damaged, whatever it is, I would be clear about it. These splines, of course, help keep the unit from rotating as you are installing the male portion into the female portion, keep it from turning. Okay. That's what it looks like assembled. Now, this is the important part. The length of the item is pretty important. The distance from here to the end of the unit to here is crucial. And that's crucial because the dimension from here to here, if you measure it, it's about 1 5/8, maybe just shy on that. Why is that the dimension? Well, you've got your metal door, and it's very thin interior, and then you've got your metal door, and it's thin, meaning the wall thickness is thin. If you measure the outside of the door to the inside face of the steel over here, it's about 1 5/8. So what that means is as you take your bolt and you tighten it clockwise, as the door, as the closer, which is clearly sitting here, right? As all this is tightened, it's going to draw this together. That tightening will want the door to bow in like this and to concave in like this. Well, the length of that right there prevents that from happening. You have to drill the right size holes. You can't have a hole, don't drill a hole the size of the body, all the diameter of the body all the way through, because you want this area to rest on the door, on the inside door, so it can't be crushed in. Generally speaking, you'll drill a 1/4 inch hole here and a 3/8 inch hole over here. That's not generally speaking, that's what you do. Those are the sizes that you drill. And then it's going to work perfectly for you. Okay. All right, now, so that's why the female portion is as it is, and now you can certainly understand, you know, what would happen if your door thickness was other than that, because you can't accommodate it. The bolt is too short or too long. But 1 3/4, luckily, is practically every door size that we do in commercial. Now, again, the reason don't use these on fire doors, the reason is because they're made of aluminum. Fasteners in fire door work have to be steel. You would use Sex bolts if your door has been damaged, or it has been, or if you just simply want Sex bolts to begin with, because you know eventually you're going to end up installing them anyway. So that could be a reason. Now there's a link below this video here to the manufacturer's page, and when we pull that up, you'll be able to review not only all of the international products that we sell by means of this horizontal navigation, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. And what I would suggest that you do is search for the closer series that you have. Let's just search for 1800. It's probably the most common closer International has, the modern style footprint. And if you go to the second page, you'll find the accessories. Well, there's the 18SN. Okay, 18SN. Sex nuts and bolts. Apparently, we're supposed to put an AL or a DU after the part number. I don't know if we have this listed in the site in anything other than aluminum. No, we don't. That could be, it could be an omission, or it's not offered in a dark bronze color on the head of the female and the flat head of the male portion. Now there's also through bolt and grommet nuts that are here. That works out really well when you want to through bolt something, but now you've got a door, an effective door thickness that's unusual. It is, you know, 1 3/8 or 2 1/4, whatever the case might be. You need just a through bolt. And if you were to search our site for TBGN-50, you are indeed going to find those bolts. Okay. Let's wrap up this video on camera. Okay, now to kind of wrap this video up, just a couple of basic dimensional properties. I had said 3/8 on the female side and 1/4 on the opposite side, and that's certainly what it is. Just to put a caliper on the body, it's 0.372, so 3/8 is going to be perfect. The OD of the head is 0.531, so that's good. We know that this is a 1/4 20 bolt, and that diameter is 0.245. You know, so you don't really want to be, if you're going to get into wire-sized drill bits and drill 20 thousandths larger on this side, that would be okay. But the point is that you don't have movement, and that, oh, one more dimension, and that, of course, when you get the hole drilled on the exterior side and you tap those in with a rubber mallet, that spline is going to bite in there, and then, of course, the underside of the shoulder to the end is 1.636. So yeah, 1 5/8 from here down to the tip. So that's the bottom line. And that's precisely why it's there. It's nice that when you see sex bolts, you never see the door crush in, and you can certainly tell when someone's done it without, like with a through bolt and grommet nut where they've over-tightened it. The reason you don't want to crush the door in because you'll have semi-gloss or gloss paint, and you're going to see that literally a mile away. So don't over-tighten the material. If I would do anything, I'd probably drop some thread lock on this material and allow that to be the way to keep that together without feeling like I had to severely over-tighten it, which will deform the door. The name International is synonymous with many things, most things, in fact, door closer related, but other things than that. Lock sets, exit devices, hinges, a whole variety of hardware for aluminum storefront application, electrified hardware, low-energy door operators. Their catalog that I pointed us to just earlier, it's about 400 pages in length. Their name is respected. It is asked for. It has recognition in the marketplace. They're an importer of builders hardware from, likely Asia, all points Asia, and there are many, countless people that you can buy these from. What you're buying the sex bolts from International, but what you're paying for is the service, and they do a pretty good job at servicing the client base. Any questions on the 18-SN in aluminum or any other? And by the way, by the time you're seeing this video, they'll be there in the DU finish, the dark bronze finish as well. Any questions on this or any other International product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you. Again, thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed this video, please click thumbs up, please subscribe, and maybe even send the video to someone that you know. Thank you.